from anyway. But
Yeah, I see what you mean. When it feels like it's rolling naturally.
literally, because otherwise I'm like, people see the numbers come up and then they're like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. It's like, I
it's
don't know what I'm
fucking
talking about anymore. I'm panicking. Get me
like
off.
it's legit go time. But
I can
tell
talk
me,
shit from zero, so I'm sweet.
I'm keen to hear about like what you've been like doing as of late, man. Because I mean, obviously you're not doing Torian yourself, right? So where have you been putting, I guess, more of your
Yeah,
energy, more coaching
yeah.
stuff, more just focusing on getting there next year, I guess.
Yeah, well, you pretty much said it. I mean, I've been kind of somewhat quiet with what's going on, but it's just same thing. Just my back's just been playing up. It's a lot better than last year, but literally probably this time last year, a week out of touring, that's when I kind of my back flared up again, and I was like, oh come on. But I was that close to touring, and I was like, I'll just do it anyway. And then last year, event one, felt fucked on my back, but I just didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And then I just finished the weekend, and I was like, I'll just get it done. Finished. I don't know what I finished, 9th or 10th. I didn't even look last year. I actually don't know. And then this year, my back just wasn't getting better, and that's starting to get better now. So I was like, I made High Rocks World. Let's just train for that, have some fun with it. So that's what I'm doing now for the next 4 weeks, and then I'll just be coaching some people at Torian. And
I was gonna say you got your coach's hat on, bro. So you still get to be there, the vibe and energy and stuff, just in a different spot.
Well, thankfully, the Misso Tyler made it so I can still be in the warm-up area. I feel like I'm a part of the elite crew. Still talk some shit with Jay and Ricky and whatnot.
Yeah, hell yeah. It'll be a fun year, bro. It's a solid crew that's there. I'm super looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm very excited, and then hopefully my back's good soon so I can just push the season. Because my end goal is still, like, I'm so cocky. I want to come back and just win Tory and then go to the games and just have like a podium finish rookie year. Like, that's my entire goal. So
it's
the reason I'm not doing it this year is to set up for that, because I think I'm good enough. But we'll see.
Dude, I agree very much. It's funny because, like, with your content, it's like, I mean, at the moment you're just giving like all the white knights a platform to fucking fight their battles and stuff like that on your Instagram. At the moment, I feel.
If you saw yesterday's post, holy crap.
That's legit what I'm referring to, bro. I'm like, I'm like, he's just alley-ooping like all of the white knights to get out here and like have something to post on their story. But
it's been good for business, but on the other aspect of what you were saying, I'm just doing remote coaching now, so more eyes on my platform, the better. So I was like, no, say what you want about me. I love it.
So good, bro. But yeah, I was like, most of your content, it's funny because you obviously, like, you do share some of the stuff about like what you're going through, but for the most part, it's like, you fucking love this shit, but like most of your content's obviously just like, I guess, like from an entertainment side of things. But like, I think not only recently, but I think more recently, like you've shared a lot more like of the insights that you actually have into the sport as a coach, like even into like your journey and stuff like that as well. And it's like most people obviously outside looking in, it's just like the comedic like athlete guy, but I'm like, he's actually really fucking smart and actually really loves it.
I am very much obsessed with this. Like, I'm obsessed with learning.
Dude.
But I got to say that even the comedic side of my post does reflect how I actually am and how I think. Like, I do want to have fun first and foremost, and everything else is second. So even though it does seem silly like that, it's just how I am. Even when I'm training as hard as I can, I'll still be posting dumb shit. So it's not really going to change. I'll just be performing a lot better.
So good, man. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, bro. Well, the reason I messaged you is because I wanted the insight of you as we go through these workouts to review these. Basically, I want to have a show that we can outperform Jonge on brute strength, because I'm sure they're going to review this at some point. I just want to be able to send him this link and be like,
Oh, I love that. I love Jonge too. So hopefully we outperform. He's had some big guests on there. So it's what? Them versus me.
Yes. Nah, Jonge is the fucking man, bro. Literally the whole goal was just like, I'm going to get this out before he does.
Yeah, perfect. I'm going to message Jonge, ask him to go on the Brute Strength podcast.
Straight after this.
No, I wouldn't.
There was like 4 people to watch that other one. I need to get on one where people actually watch. Nah, he's killing it, man. How's this for a story, actually, while we're on that, like talking about his pod? So when we were at Wadapalooza and we were all staying together, we, like, through like part of the day, he had to go back and like film a pod. And like from where we were at Wadapalooza to where we stayed, it was like, I don't know, like 1.5 Ks, but like it was pissing down like the whole weekend, right?
Yeah.
So we're pretty much Ubering everywhere. And for some unknown reason, Ubers are like so fucking expensive around there. Like it was actually like ludicrous. And he's basically caught an Uber from Wadapalooza back to the apartment to film a pod. And then he caught an Uber from like the apartment to come back, right? So just to travel, it was like probably 1.5 Ks, like literally if it wasn't pissing down rain, maybe like, I don't know, like 20-minute walk or something.
Yeah.
It cost him $85 US to get in the
hell.
Uber. And the only reason he did it was because he was trying to get back before an event. But because
Yeah.
that's when the thunderstorm started, the event got cancelled anyway. So he pretty
Oh,
much
he just
like,
wasted $130 pretty much.
Literally.
Hey, you do.
he's like gone back,
that hurts.
paid to get his Uber. I was obviously like so filthy about
Yeah.
it. And then the events got cancelled anyway. And I was
Oh,
like,
I feel
that
bad.
Would,
It's
that would
just like-
ruin my day. That would ruin my
Yeah.
whole trip. I'd probably I
Yeah.
would probably fixate on that for the remainder of the trip.
Seriously, imagine going to Waterpalooza and getting rained out as well. I mean, like, Zach obviously went for the first time and gets rained on. It's like, oh, it sucks.
Dude,
Spent
it
all
was-
that money to go there. How was it for you?
we made a trip out of it. So like,
Yeah, I'm keen to
It
hear
was-
about that a little bit, to be honest. Because
No, it
all I
was
saw you was
unreal.
posting at Mayhem afterwards for like ages.
yeah, bro, I was just setting all the times for all the athletes to beat over there. They send me in first, and I give them something to chase. But it was
expected
unreal,
nothing
man.
less.
Yeah, like we went over there. We had such a good crew. Obviously, like Waterpalooza itself was unfortunate circumstance, and it wasn't like so much the rain. It was more like the lightning that sort of cancelled it all. But
Yeah.
I guess like there was a few sort of like I guess like good components of it. Like obviously they got to do a few events, arguably probably their like worst events or their good events were on the
Yeah.
second day, which didn't matter. But
Yeah.
the one cool thing was like on that last day where everyone went to the affiliate to do the open workout. That was pretty fucking cool because like you're in this like tiny little box, man. Like probably I don't even know how I could compare it. Like what you think of like those like small industrial warehouse sort of like CrossFit gyms that you go
just
in.
the
and
hole
like-
in the wall ones. Yeah, you got
Literally.
like
It
one
was
rig
like-
against the wall, maybe a class for like 10 people max.
It was literally like that, but it was like a heat of like all of the sort of like top athletes. Like you had like
Yeah,
Gabby
yeah.
McGall, like Danielle
Yeah,
Brennan, like all these
that's
people. Like,
beast.
yeah, it was crazy and just tiny.
That's
little
literally
box.
just like a back in the day open announcement, like when BKG and obviously I did like the one in the shed. And it was just absolutely crowded. Everyone's like a meter away from the barbells dropping, and you're screaming.
yeah.
Like, that atmosphere is unmatched.
It was super cool. And then just even in the crowd, we were like standing next to like Brent Fikowski, all these other people were there, and it was just like looking around, and you were like, if for anyone else, like look, it just looked like open. It felt like the open at Grit, but we were just there with all of these like people who were there competing at like a higher level. So
Yeah,
that was sort of cool.
The pinnacle of the sport, really. Like it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, it was less cool for
cool.
like George and they come, and then when we got there, they were like, just coach an athlete, and because it was just Brody that had to do it, we've
Yeah.
gone in and it was still just pissing down rain, and like George and Emma like at the front door like looking through the window, and I was like, this feels like we're at like this like exclusive club that you like get to, and then the security
Yeah,
guard's
yeah.
like, nah, you stay right
not
there.
George, get out of here, get out of here.
I was like spewing, but otherwise
mad.
the rest of it was sick, man. We bounced around. We went to like through Texas and to like the rodeo and like did some exploring, and then ended up at Mayhem, which was super cool, man. Like it's literally
Yeah.
like CrossFit Disneyland. Like
Yeah,
everyone there.
that place is massive. I've never been, but like I'll have to go one day. Obviously, it is CrossFit Disneyland.
So big, so cool, and like you know everyone there too, super awesome. Like the culture and the community of everyone. Like when we were there, like Rich come up, spoke to us. All of the athletes there, you wouldn't have thought they were any different to like the coaches and the members that were there. Everyone, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if we just stand out, like sore thumbs or what, but like everyone
Yeah.
was like, hey, like how you doing? Like
Probably a bit
super
of both.
friendly. Yeah, super friendly.
Yeah.
They had like literally everything there. Like when I was talking to Brennan, who's like one of the coaches, he was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they've got everything except like the snail that they've had at the games. Like they had like the
Yeah.
big bobsleds, and they had like
Yeah, the
everything.
big team sleds, like the tandem stuff that Rogue just makes specialty just for the games.
You legit. There's
That's
yeah,
mad.
like everything, man. So it was
Yeah.
super, super cool. And like to see what they did to the space to go from like the gym to like the Mayhem Classic. We're sort of like watching it and we're like, oh my God, like that, like they've literally like ripped the whole gym apart and like brought in all of this like outside stuff. And
It does look entirely different, eh? Now that you mention it as well, it looks like an arena. It looks like it's another gym.
Yeah, it's like
Done a crazy job.
they had like yeah, they literally have basically taken out all of the rigs and like rematted even the sections because it's over the AstroTurf, so they've like rematted that, rebuilt like a full competition rig.
Yeah.
And like heaps of that equipment that they've had there, they've obviously just saved for for the
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
So just an insane process, and like just goes to show, I guess, the community that they have in that gym and like what it's
Oh,
capable
yeah.
of.
Yeah.
But bro, I loved watching that event, and this was one of the conversations I had with people because you see, you
Yeah.
know, they host it, and then you have everyone being like, "Oh, fucking Mayhem hosts it," and you know, like all he talks about is Mayhem Classic and this, and I'm like, man, when you think of event organizers, like the people who are making money in this space are the Provens, the Mayhems, all that. It's not the people selling like thumb tape and, you know, grips and stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, if you want people to put on like a good event, realistically, they're the people that are going to do it. So,
yeah. Big monopolies, and we love it too. Oh, sorry, I think your mic just unplugged again.
Yeah, I keep
we're good.
tapping the button on it. All right, man. Let's go through the workouts. We'll go through the indie ones. I'm keen to look at some of the team ones as well. I think the first one that they posted nice and early, which was good, got people to start preparing for it, was the ruck, the 2 mile ruck. Do you know?
We love this.
We love this.
We love this. Finally, one for the big boys. I love when Royce has like the hand in programming with stuff, because it just accounts for just anyone over 6 foot, which you don't normally see. So we love to see it. Have you ran with a ruck before? Do you know what it's like?
I have, but not 2 miles up a hill. So we've done some rucking around, and we've got like some national parks around us, but I haven't been to this location, and people have said that it's meant to be like quite steep. I don't know if you've been.
Okay, I have not been there. I'm actually keen to hear your insights then, because we've done a lot of testing. Like we've done very steep terrains. We've done straight hills on roads. We've done waving roads. We've done flat. We've done just up and down hills. Everything you can imagine. So you're saying it's definitely just a straight incline.
I've heard just from like, we've had members that used to live up around that way, if it's like the mountain that they're thinking of, that it's going to be like quite steep. Yeah.
Okay. The only thing with that is just the time cap seems really small for people to run a 6:30 7-minute pace per kilometre with a ruck up a hill, because then a lot of people are going to get capped. That's the only issue. It is uphill, unless they have a plan for most people to get capped and then just walk the rest of the race. That's the only weird bit about that.
My only like thought was either the initial part will be flat and then they ascend, or there's an ascent and then a heavy descent to the point where potentially it accounts for some of that.
Yeah.
Or like you said, it's not going to be like the entirety of an incline, but there'll just be a component of it that has
something
very
insane
heavy incline. Yeah.
I think so, because we've had a lot of top athletes from Homefront test on straight inclines, and every single one's getting capped running like a 6:30 uphill. So we're expecting a good K flat, good K uphill, good K downhill, and then a mix of waves in the middle.
Yeah.
But any athlete who has not run with a 30-pound rucksack, like even a weight vest 30-pound is not the same as a rucksack. Like, it is dragging you back down the hill. It is not the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to be in for a rude shock if you have not worn a rucksack. Your pace is dropping a lot.
Yeah, especially up an incline, because it's literally all of the weight is like a turtle shell, right? So it's like it's very much changing how.
Yeah, I think we'll be shocked how many people will catch walking on a 2K run, which will be shocking for a first test of a competition. Be like Rich Froning back in like 2014 when he's walking that run.
No doubt. What is it? Is it guys of 15 and then 10, or is it? Because I looked at the website, they've got 5, 10, 15, like the people who are sponsoring it.
Yeah.
So is it going to be they're loading up the plates twice to go like what, 30-pound for girls and?
We assumed it was 30-pound ruck for guys, 20-pound for girls.
Yeah, so maybe
just single
it's
ruck
15,
the whole time.
Maybe it's 15 kilos and 10 kilos.
Yeah.
Because that's all they've 15, got is 10. The plates. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, in kilos. Yeah. So obviously in practice we only have the pounds ones, because that's what Ricky brought back from America, I think. So everyone's just trying to grab his bags. Yeah, because it's a Ruck Australia, obviously, not Go Ruck this time. Yeah. But it'd be 15 and 10 kilos for sure.
Yeah, cool. Hell yeah. And who, I guess if we go through and we have a look at who we've got, I mean, obviously Ricky's going to do pretty well at this, but who else do we see?
This is just a classic event where it's just who's coming second to Ricky. I got to say, Ricky must be the luckiest athlete, well, not the luckiest athlete because he's fucking fit as hell. But imagine the staple event one at every CrossFit competition being like a single mode run. Yeah. It's like immediately you're in top 3 and then you can have a fun weekend. Well, like Velner, he gets to swim at the front of every year, like getting a 30th and battling back. He's just lucky with that. But obviously, good runners, you're looking at. Obviously, Ricky, Zane's up there. Bailey Martin might be a bit of a shock to go higher in this one. I actually messaged him before this what his 5K time was to get an idea, and he just straight up fucking lied to me and said it was 22 minutes. So I was like, all right, fuck you then. And then Medeiros is going to be strangely good with the ruck, I think. Like on paper, he doesn't look anything crazy with the ruck. We look at back games events. He doesn't really show anything crazy, but it's just hard for him not to be top 5.
Yeah.
So you got to throw him up there regardless. And then obviously Jay training. You saw Jay run next to Tia at the first games event. They were just neck and neck for almost the whole run, and Tia's the best run in the women's field. If you're in line with Tia, you're pretty much gonna like she'll be top 5 in the men.
But yeah,
So
better than men as well. No,
yeah.
I very much agree. Very much agree with that. And then for the ladies on this one, as the individuals.
For the ladies, I think
Scroll through this list as well.
Ellie Turner will do quite well. I mean, after seeing Gracie Walton train as well, she's just in phenomenal shape. So
Good shape. Yeah.
I hope she gets a top 2 placing there. I reckon Maddie Sturt, I don't know her running capabilities, but I feel like she could honestly struggle a little bit here. I don't know. I don't want to call it too early. She's very run fit, but incline 20-pound ruck at a lighter body weight, you will suffer. So she might be fighting for a top 10, which I hope not. I hope she is top 5.
That's definitely a factor, hey? Like when you think of like the people who are generally just good like runners moving their body through space just standard, but then as soon as you start to add some weight to it, it's like it changes everything dramatically.
It's just not the same test at all. Yeah, it is dramatic. So there could be some shocks for those athletes who are naturally good at running just from lighter body weight. I reckon they'll be in for a rude shock. But anyone just kind of that mid body weight or heavier who's already good at running, they're not going to change.
Yeah.
So for the women, we'll probably have the biggest shuffle. Men won't have as much of a shuffle, but I think women could have a crazy shuffle.
Yeah, be interesting to see how that unfolds.
Yeah.
I don't have like a phenomenal idea of who's going to be outside of the people that you've mentioned, like going through that list, who's going to just like pull out.
Yeah, because everyone else is an unknown for me. Like you got obviously like Georgia Pryor and that. Like I just have no idea.
Yeah,
I couldn't even tell you where she'd end up.
As far as well, she's on
team. Yeah. Even team. Yeah.
Her on team. Same. Even when you mentioned Zane before as well, he's going to be just doing the.
Oh yeah, team as well. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, on teams. I was just thinking back to the best runners.
Yeah,
he was doing deadlifts and running with his team.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I do like when you mentioned before about like Ricky getting served up, like say like a run event first always. I love it's like the sports psychology aspect of how that affects someone's momentum, like going into the weekend. Like having an event win, even though realistically over say the 2 days, it actually doesn't change your placing, but like how much does that change how you perform on the second day, knowing you did well on the first day and like being able to like keep that momentum going, you know?
Is interesting. I like Fikowski kind of did an interesting post the other day. It's like when you have things like that go your way, you have to almost like simultaneously believe that it's an advantage, but also you don't need the advantage. I don't know if you saw his post about it. So it's like if you're the other athlete where it's a bad event for you, it's like I'll maximize it, but I don't need it to be a good event. I can still come back anyway. So regardless of what you get served on event 1, like
that was
a games athlete. A games athlete's gonna find his way. Tell himself a narrative that gets him to top 3. It won't matter.
No doubt. Eddie's like, speaking about like the shoes and like something. He's like, you got to imagine
the
they make a difference, but then they don't. Yeah. I'm going to share my screen too. I don't know why I wasn't doing this earlier. I'm literally reading it off the second.
I had my phone up here with the events just in case I read it wrong. I already threw out Zane Healy when he was in team, so I can't mess up more than that. Clearly, he's in my head rent free right now.
I was literally about to say, I was like,
do not clip that.
On the mind, bro. All right, I've got this one here. I'll shift this. Yeah, sick. All right, so second event, the snatch ladder and the ring muscle ups. So we got
very interesting event.
15 ring muscle ups and then a scaling squat snatch. What's your before we even go through them all, what was your overall thought when you saw all of the workouts in general? Was it like a series of workouts where you were like, they're phenomenal.
I think this might be, like, without hyperbole, the best Torian Pro programming we've seen so far.
It's solid.
Just because it's mixed. Also, get outside the gym as well, back to the original Torian Pro roots before it was sanctioned semi-final. Like, they were always getting out to a pool, always getting outside. Yeah. So it's cool to get, like, a little bit of kind of games feel at a semi-final. I think that's really special.
We're so lucky,
man. A well-rounded test, yeah.
We got like when you look at some of the other events like that have already been on and then compare it to this, you're like, we're lucky, man. Like we get this event. Like
ours is just a mini CrossFit Games, basically. Like it's a good time to be in Australia this time of year.
Yes, no doubt.
It is mad.
Cool, man. All right, so 15 muscle ups. We've got squat, snatch, scaling. So for the boys, 93, 102, 111, 116, 120. And for the girls, it goes from 61, 66, 70, 75, and then 80. So looking at this, I mean, immediately, how much of the field do you see not finishing this?
Yeah, most of the men's field is finishing this easily. Like, we had the ladder 2024, which had multiple reps at 80, 90, 102, 111, and then 2 at 120.
Yep. And
almost everyone finished bar we had 30, bar 7 people, 6 people.
Yeah.
And then obviously we could probably extend that a bit now. We have top 40. So we're probably looking at 15 at most not finishing. I see 25 people finishing this.
Yeah, definitely.
To be honest, we have a shockingly strong field. Especially, obviously, it's a bottleneck. We have like Ballymartin, Hiko, and all that, who are just one of the strongest in the games field altogether.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of people finishing this. Would you agree?
Yeah. I definitely agree. This was actually one of the things Brody asked me the other day. She said, do you think it's harder to qualify for semi-finals as a male or a female? And like, I said male, and that was based on two things. And then I'm actually interested to hear your answer. So I said male based on, first of all, population density. So the fact that there's just more guys who compete in CrossFit in general, right? So therefore it just creates a larger population, and then therefore more of a chance that there's people who perform well at the sport. Second thing I said was the strength gap, I think, in men is like excessively greater than what it is in compounds, like excessively greater than what it does for women. They were the two things that immediately come to mind. And keep in mind, I didn't put a whole ton of thought into my answer at the time. Yeah. Maybe I was just being biased as well, but I'm interested to hear
maybe we're both going to be biased, because I 100% agree with you. More so just on the strength factor alone. Obviously, the first point you said, there is just a more competitive field at the top end trying to qualify in men. From what I've seen, I could be wrong there. Cam Gray do the math on that, but I'm pretty sure it's accurate.
Legit example.
And then for the strength aspect, obviously there's a lot of stronger men who are just coming from bodybuilding background. I don't know, even just footy strength, like even Max Lee's coming in already been stronger than everyone else. And the qualification process point, obviously you're not getting rewarded for your best finish, you're getting punished for your worst. And you're going to get punished more as a male for being weak than you are as a female. Yeah. And the reward for being fit is the exact same both sides. That's my take on it from what I've seen. Yeah. And I feel like that's fairly accurate in most regions, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I'm glad we're on the same page with that. But like, I guess that brings to the next part, right, where it comes to for the women finishing this workout and then considering it's the same amount of muscle ups, and then this, once again, talking about, like, I guess the strength gap that's there as well. If we're talking like 25 to 15, let's just say like 30-10 sort of for the guys, where do you think that falls more so for the women? Do you see half of this field not finishing this workout?
Yeah, I pretty much say bang on that. Like, I kind of expect 10 to 15 women to finish this. I mean, look at all the listed 1RMs of 80. 80's already quite up there. And then plus after residual fatigue and muscle ups and whatnot. And then you got to account for people hitting 80 for the first time. The hype of the crowd, there'll be a lot of crazy celebrations of chicks hitting it for the first time or equaling PR. So I would say 10 can do it in training, and probably another 5 to 7 are going to do it on the floor. So I would say we're looking at half at the most are going to finish this.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And that all plays down to how you're going to strategize as well.
Yeah, no doubt. It's definitely going to be, less women finishing this, but still going to be. Once again, it's like you think of the top end of both of those and how tight it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
Like, still, when you think of like top 5, you think of people that are going, like Cara Milligan. Let me bounce across here again.
Yeah.
Cara Milligan's going to smoke this. You're going to have like Jules is going to smoke this.
Yeah, Jewel Hannaford, 100 kilo listed PR snatch. I don't know how Ellie's snatches with her, because Ellie's been dealing with a bit of a back issue, so I don't know how she's going to go with this. Yeah. I haven't seen her lift any heavy snatches recently, but I assume she'll be up there. Yeah, obviously Grace is going to be sprinting through. Jess Green just hit a 90 kilo snatch the other day. Yeah, so she's going to be up there.
Yeah, smoked.
So for them, it's a sprint, or same for the guys who have a listed snatch of 130 or probably 135 or more. It turns into a borderline sprint where you're hitting easy speed up into that last bar with a little bit in the tank to maybe push and race. Yes. But for 80% of the field, it's just an intelligence test. It's like, how much can you back off on the rings to make sure you can barely slot that last bar? And if you time it well, you could not even be a strong athlete and get a top 15 placing, or you're in the back 30 if you fuck it up.
Yes, no doubt. And what you reckon, like, I don't know if they've actually written this, but what tie break times are going to be, like placement to each bar? Like, as in when you get to each bar, I'm assuming, or finishing each lift, I assume.
I think finishing the prior bar, Yeah,
Which
hopefully it's that and not, because the other one would just be if you end up at the same bar and then it could just be your ring muscle up split.
Yeah, hopefully it's not. Hopefully
potentially.
It's the bar. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they did back when Benny Garrard won this with cleans, because everyone was finishing it then, so splits didn't really matter.
Yeah.
So,
as far as the guys go, what are your first thoughts? Like, where do you jump to be like, here we go?
Hiko, Bailey, Martin, Riley, Martin. I'd love to see them top three. Ricky, because he's Ricky Garrard.
Yeah.
Jay's not the best at snatches. I'll say it. He's not the best at heavy squat snatches. He's a little clunky, and he doesn't throw up massive numbers as easy as the other boys. But then, same as the fact he's just Jay Crouch. So his IQ in workouts like this, he knows his body. He's going to do very well regardless. But I don't think he'll win it.
Yeah. Just always in the conversation.
Yeah. Medeiros, same thing, squat snatches. I can see Hiko and Bailey beating him. I could see him getting outside the top 5 here, and I'm also biased with that because I don't want him to beat any of the boys. So I'm going to be a biggest hater this weekend. I might boo. No, I'll get kicked out. I don't want to do that.
Just in the warm-up area, just like slanting him all weekend.
No, seriously. Yeah. He's like, are you even competing? He's like, nah. No, I'm not.
Yeah. All right, bro.
What are your thoughts on the men's side?
For the boys, I think, honestly, like what you said, like both the Martin brothers, because you also just taking in, like Riley's just got an insane overhead position, so does Bailey. It's like
the Martin brothers. It's a New Zealand thing, I think.
It's got to be. Hey, yeah,
it's crazy.
It's the same. I want Hiko to do well in this too, and he can.
Yeah.
But yeah, those three boys. I'm just sort of scrolling up and down the list here to see, but I mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I should get up and I'm just relying on memory here.
I mean, Brendan could also do well. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, so, true. He's a bit of a wild card. He really can, but he just hasn't been in the conversation long enough for him to come straight to the top of the line.
Straight to mind.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sort of like scrolling up the list to see who else.
It would be very rude to doubt Brandon in this. It would be very disrespectful. That man is a strong motherfucker. He doesn't even wear knee sleeves, doesn't even wear a belt. The most anabolic lifter out there. If he goes and wins it with no equipment, that's sick. So I hope he does it.
Yeah, no, but he's definitely in the conversation after scrolling past that. All right, next one. Man, this is going to be so cool to watch. I need to bounce back to this. Yeah, Heavy Han.
This is beautiful.
So
if
cool.
Anyone
man.
knows my history, and any Han variation is incredible because it's always got rope climbs. My best movement in CrossFit. My only claim to fame is that Fikowski said I have the best rope climbs in CrossFit. That's my only claim.
That's in the bio, that one.
I should put it in my Instagram bio, actually. He was watching videos of me to learn how to rope climb better. So if you could write a wheelhouse workout for me, it would be this exact workout. Just sleds and rope climb. It's beautiful.
Have you tested it? Like, have you done anything like this?
I didn't test it exactly. I've done heaps of similar variations just because, obviously, when you're injured, you can rope climb and sled push and pull. I've done heaps of things.
That was sort of why, out of all the workouts I saw, I was like, this is probably one maybe you've played around with, but yeah.
I was very tempted to give it a rip. Then I was like, oh, no, I've got to prioritise what we're doing. And then my coach, Tim, I was like, probably shouldn't do that. so I was smart and I didn't do it.
Yeah. No, fair play. Yeah, but on paper, bro, love this workout. It's going to be one that's going to have, I think, a lot of people staring at the rope longer than they probably want to, especially around this point here.
Yeah, I think so. Depending the rope length as well. Because this is, I think I'm kind of going off the times and testing on the assumption that the rope is slightly off the ground. It's not a genuine shorty rope. It's just, like, I don't know if you saw the one we did the seated rope climbs 3 years ago, that length. So I'm assuming it's that length and not the head height shorty. So you can touch and go rope climbs basically, and you can get your grab easily on one jump. So there you save your legs and arms a bit. Yeah. And then the sled pull being a standing pull where your feet can't move, and not the one where you have to put your feet against a barricade and like lay it down on your back. Right.
So people, I know in the video it looked like he was essentially like just strict hand over hand sled pulling, but it'll be more so feet can't move, but people are going to essentially use like body English. It's just not the a high rocks walk back or the
yeah. And like for most of the top dogs, like the top 5, maybe top 8, this is just a genuine sprint.
Mm-hmm.
For everyone else, it is just a pace workout for that middle 4 rope climbs.
Yeah.
But you will see the top dogs separate themselves on the first sled drag. They just sprint up, touch and go rope climb, sled pull, and then just hang on for dear life. If you got lungs and a decent grip, it is just a sprint wad.
Yeah, correct. That's 100% where we're going to see people's grip limitations like really show. Even just like in the we had like some of the boys do their age group semis and stuff like that recently, and like the gaps between that rope climb workout, I would say like the time separators and differentiation between all workouts, that was definitely the one where there was like the most separation, where
those
rope climbs just like undid people. And like, it
For
even made me
sure.
look at my programming and being like, man, maybe like the density of like rope climbs needs
Mm.
because it's like, I know a lot of the time it's in these like non-couplet type formats. It's like thrown in. Yeah, so if it's snatches and rope
Yeah.
climbs, or it's thrown in like maybe where there's a little bit more time to sort of get a shakeout. But
Oh,
now that I've
100%.
two of these workouts like within close proximity, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, if you're not training like high interference push pull, like sled pull and rope climb, you truly don't know your rope climb capabilities.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And obviously you can play around with technique. You can just straight up stomp with the feet, or you can use a little bit more arm to save your breath. But for this WOD, it's pretty much just stomp with the feet, stand up, regrip, and try and relax as much as you can. This one, I don't know if Ricky or Medeiros is going to take this one out. Ricky, because technically, after the quarterfinals with the grip test, he's the grippiest athlete in CrossFit.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that sounds sus. But Medeiros is the best legless rope climber we have.
climber.
So that's a tough one.
Yeah, that'll be a tight race, man. I'm actually pumped. That's actually, I think, looking on it, that workout, that's probably besides the burpee wall and stuff, but that, like the King Arthur, but that workout's going to be so fun to watch, man. Especially like just those workouts where people move back and forth across the floor and it's just such like a visual race.
I love that.
So dope, man. Any of the
Yeah,
Jonge
very
type
spectator-friendly setups. We love that. Makes it more fun to watch, other than just like, what the fuck's going on?
stuff. Yeah, just phone booth CrossFit, like
Yeah.
much more visual. But yeah, Ricky, Medeiros, they're both definitely up there. I don't know, like, I guess as far as like, I mean, maybe
Definitely Zach Thomas. Like, he's just, I mean, me and him are very good at similar things, and sled
Okay.
and rope climb. I wouldn't be surprised if he's top 3 in this, to be honest.
fair. So you definitely have a lot more insight into training alongside some of these guys as well, and just seeing like what they're capable of.
Yeah.
Maybe someone like Isaac might do. I'm not too sure where he sort of stands in terms of like just rope climb specific
Yeah.
workouts. But
Isaac's such an interesting athlete where when he has a wheelhouse, he can win it, but when he doesn't, he's struggling for top 15. And like, you give him too many wheelhouses, you can't catch him. But if he doesn't get his wheelhouses, he's probably not going to be top 5. No offense, Isaac, incredible athlete, strong as fuck, but man, his wheelhouses are scary when they come up because he's just going to send it.
And then as for the ladies, who do you see doing well in this one?
Legless, like you'd think Maddie Sturt, but I don't know how she's going to go on the sled. I know the sled weights aren't crazy, so I'm interested to see if like the rubber even heats up and gets sticky like it has done in previous years as well, because that plays a factor in later heats.
100%.
And everyone's like, oh, lane 3 is like a bit bad, and like the crowd's like, nah, it can't be that bad. But if that rubber heats up a lot, like it just grips.
And just that, I was going to say in general, like you always wonder every time you see a sled in a competition setting, like what the variables are going to be between
Hard to
like those
standardize.
individual sleds. Like it's a tough thing. Like don't get me wrong, I love seeing it. Like I love like sleds, but it's just like, yeah, I mean, we've seen it happen at previous CrossFit competitions. We've seen stuff happen at even high rocks and stuff like that, where the bases of the sleds are more worn than others, and it plays a role.
Yeah.
So.
And then you got to upweigh the risk. Is the risk of not testing a well-rounded test by removing the sleds more beneficial than the risk of including a well-rounded test with some variance in lanes? So I would still argue including them is a better show of fitness, even if things go wrong.
Go haywire.
But I mean, you just got to hope it's not your lane and you won't complain.
Yeah, you just like walk out there and just like, yep, sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the ladies go,
And then
I mean,
Gracie's going to fucking destroy this one. I mean, legless rope climbs, and like she's already a beast at them, let alone if we get regular rope climbs. Kira's obviously gonna crush it.
Yeah.
And Daisy's very good at rope climbs, obviously ex-gymnast.
True.
So I think she'll crush it.
Do well here too, man. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
And like I'm like reading the actual flow on this as well. They don't mention the split of, like, it just says rope climbs. So it is just rope climbs?
In terms of the exact setup of like the
in
shorter
terms
rope
of the
and
fact
height.
that it's legless versus normal rope climbs?
Yeah, I think based off just the video, I think it is
It's-
regular rope climbs. We just don't know how short the rope's going to be. Is kind of
Right.
that's what we've been playing around with.
Right, in terms of like, yeah, I'm with you.
And I'm going to go off what they did. Yeah, the previous year, now that used rogue ropes, and the new rogue rope length is about 2 foot off the
touch.
ground. So
Yeah.
I would expect it to be slightly off the ground.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, if it is a genuine shorty and it's up to your head height, that purely becomes a rope climb workout. It's a completely different WOD. And then suddenly people are struggling. Instead of going sub 7, you're struggling not to hit cap.
Yeah, I was like, no, it was only the referencing of like the legless rope climbs in terms of talking about people's strengths. And I was like, is there a portion of this? But it was just more so in terms of like talking about the individual athlete's strengths and,
Gotcha.
and referencing a legless rope climb. I'm with you.
I mean, I'd love if it was regular. I love legs
That would
as well,
be,
so.
that would
Not that I'm
definitely
there.
slow down a lot, but yeah.
Yeah.
We can pretend Luke de Jong first place if he was there.
Yeah. I can give you my predictions first.
All right, so on to the next one. We got the two-parter. I'm definitely sharing the right part here. So 40 cal row, 40 double kettlebell snatches, and then an 80-foot kettlebell lunge for the first part.
Yes.
And then if I bounce to this next bit, we got 30 pistol, 2 rounds, 30 pistol squats, 30 toes to bar, 90-foot handstand walk. So if we think of them as 2 different parts, the first part being basically, well, I mean, they're both sprints, but this part here is just going to be, you're going to be able to move through it a little bit quicker. Just the cadence of the reps are a little bit faster.
Interesting point as well. In this part of the workout, you're likely racing everyone, where the second part, you're only racing the people who did the first part well and paced it properly.
Yes.
So you might even not be racing the whole field for the second part.
Yeah, no, I very, very much agree with that. I guess as far as we think about breaking down this first one, where do you think the biggest separator is going to be for this?
Yeah, it's just on those kettlebell snatches. Have you played with them before at dual 24s?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a handful of athletes who aren't going for top 10 just have to drop to the shoulders before. I even expect to see an athlete multiple top 10 athletes go overhead straight to the shoulder and back down, just because it's just a grip test.
Yeah.
That is all it is. We're gonna obviously the calorie rows are buy-in. If you're better on the row and your sub max pace happens to be faster than others, that's just lucky. And then hopefully you get to the kettlebell earlier and make the most of it. But for everyone else, you might have to roll at slightly more of a dangerous pace to give yourself a chance on those kettlebells, because everyone's going to suffer quite similar on the kettlebells, apart from maybe the top 5.
Yeah.
The best being 10s, and everyone else probably, I think you just open with a 10 no matter what to stay in the race, because once you're behind, it's hard to gain. But everyone's going to open with 10s, and then I expect most people to go 5-5, 5-5, maybe a 10 lunge.
Yeah. I was going to say, and then pretty much once we get back down to this section here, it's just like most people are going to be pushing. One's. It's like the snatch is essentially the separator. It's like once people start that lunge, I can't imagine that the placings are going to change very much from that point.
Yeah, I would you want an athlete to almost go so hard to finish the kettlebell snatches where they fail a lunge. It's not going to happen.
It's not.
But you want to approach the WOD like the lunge is the end of it. So the snatch is the end of it.
Yeah, very much. So that's
especially if part 2 sucks for you, because you're not going to gain many points if you can't pistol anyway. So
no, I agree. And that was pretty much like my breakdown of it. Talking to people was, it's like once people get to that lunge, it's like that's done. Like you're essentially, the separator is in the middle there, and how people go about that.
And especially, interesting point as well, like something like 40 reps there where you're transitioning every 10, it almost makes it better for the top dogs because it's forcing them to rest. So now when they're doing their 10s, they're sprinting 10s and then moving forward. Versus if it was in the spot, they'd probably pace the 10s with you, so it looks like you're closer. So yeah, it's an interesting point, but people don't think that if Ricky's has to break it in 10s, he is sending that. So don't try and keep up.
No, very much. And then for the next part, 2 for the show. So 2 round. I mean, obviously the pistol squats being like a huge separator in terms of just like the skill and like positional access to even do that movement well, right?
Yeah. That is an anatomical limitation for most people, not a test of strength, unfortunately.
Yes, very much so. And I fall into that category.
Amen. Jeez.
And then
that movement.
The handstand walk as well. I mean, this next part, Medeiros is someone that immediately I think doing well, and once again it's going to depend on that first part there, but
I'm saying Jacob Wheeler wins this all day, but I reckon people aren't going to expect it, but Jacob Wheeler's going to win this, and you can play this back, but I can't see someone beating Jacob Wheeler. I've seen him on these movements. He is fast as
okay, that'll be
like we did the down under even test with total bars and double unders and even a single heavy deadlift, and just his total bar cycle speed. He was like the only person in the entire workout to get a full round, like get to the next round that I couldn't get to. And he even deadlifted more than I did for the workout. So adding in pistols, that he's doing less than 1 a second. Yeah. So like his 30 pistols you're looking at 30 seconds with transition, total bar in 18, 12. there's 1.5 seconds a rep. So there's only just over a minute for like 30-30 really. And you just can't beat his cycle speed.
Yeah, that's insane. If that's something that he pulls out on the day, like following that will be, yeah, wow.
All the way from middle heat to probably.
And like the total bar, like cycle speed, what just is he changing anything to do that, or that's just his like normal cadence, short kip, just
short kip, vertically gifted for this workout.
Yeah, okay.
I'll put it that way. The only person I would beat him might be Colton Mertens.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fair. Bro, did you see the video he put up the other day of the it was like the burpee to target, like I think that they've got from like Syndicate.
Oh, they have to do like a giant leap to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, he can jump, but I'll give him that, eh?
He
can jump.
Because I even remember, I think it was the burpee box. It was like last year at a semi-final, maybe Syndicate again, and they had the 40-inch burpee box jump overs or whatever it was.
Yeah, he's been practicing a lot. Because the one year he didn't make it was 2024 with the box jump overs. Yeah. Even though he won the snatch, like he didn't make it. So I remember every story, every post, he was just practicing his box jump overs with his pivot, and he's way better at them. So
yeah,
got to give credit to the man.
So good. I mean, well, outside of Jacob Wheeler, who else you've got for this one?
Yeah, Jacob Wheeler, Jay Crouch on those sort of movements where he's just sprinting. Like it's not even a cardiovascular test for someone like Jay. It is just a sprint. Same for Ricky. Jay's just going to have better cycle speed on his total bars and pistols, just from what I've seen of the games.
Yeah. And that's definitely a factor,
it.
right? Like capacity being equal, it's going to just come down to anatomical factors, like you said.
Yeah. For the top five, for sure, there's no fitness at play there. As bad as that sounds, they're going to be done that wad. I wouldn't even be surprised if someone goes sub 4. We're going to see a lot of low 4s. Still competitive is sub 5. Surprisingly, after seeing Zach move in that workout as well, I think he'll be a shock as a taller athlete to go quite well.
Okay.
So I think that'll be very interesting because when I saw some of the stuff he was doing, I was like, no, you shouldn't really be doing it that quick. that's pretty quick. And then Peter Ellis is obviously a no-brainer for a award like that as well.
This.
Yeah, he'll be fighting for like a 3rd to 5th in there.
Yeah, that's definitely someone I thought of. I'm not too sure how familiar he is. Like, I'm not familiar with how good he is at some of those movements, but yeah, definitely just sort of crossed my mind of someone who'd probably be set up proportionally well for those sort of movements.
Yeah.
For the ladies,
I think even Daisy and Maddie Sturt are probably
up there. Yeah.
And then obviously Emily DeRoy on a award like this where it's just like odd object strength. She's really, really good at that sort of stuff.
Yeah, no, I very much agree. I can't really, as I'm sort of like scrolling through this list here.
Yeah, and then Jess Green. Jess Green is kind of like the Isaac Newman of the women's field. Where like they're really good, but I don't know how good they are at some things still. Like
like, I can see her doing really well, man, in just these tests that have come out. I hope she does too, right? I hope she does. So I'm interested to see how she does.
Maddie Gilmore is probably the biggest sleeper in the entire women's field, though, in my opinion. I have no clue what she can do, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if she finishes top 10 in the whole weekend.
Actually, top 10, I very much can see that happening.
Yeah.
So, be cool. All right, where are we at now? Hell yeah. This was King Arthur. How do you rate this one compared to the first one?
Oh, it's not even the same test. Everyone's getting capped on this bad boy. If you finish this, you're an absolute beast.
Animal.
You are a beast. There is no time to recover here. Like last time, you did get a little bit of break on that run. If you're a good runner or a bad runner, you're still looking forward to the run in that workout. Where there is not a single point in this workout where you're like, I just need to get to this. That doesn't exist.
No.
It's just constant midline compression. You're constantly bracing. There's no time to really open the lungs up here. This sucks.
The wall height, 6 foot.
Yeah. So we've been going off the previous one they had, which was 66 inches. So yeah.
So just shy of 6 foot 72 inches. So it's like, it's it'd be just shy of that. That's actually way better. You're essentially looking at like burpee bar muscle ups. Essentially, like that.
If you're under 6 foot, you might be trying to swing your legs. We don't know.
Yeah.
Have you played with the wall at all? Have you seen people do it?
So we've played around with just like these like essentially like box setups and stack them up that way. And for the most part, like it's just got. I mean, Brody's obviously not a tall individual, so the burpee bar muscle ups for her. And like that's even what I've sort of said to people where it's like, look, if you're not setting this up in your gym or like you don't have access to it, like we'll try and use some like burpee bar muscle up sort of variation because it's going to be the closest thing to get a feel for it. Like arguably like get overs. If we're talking 66 inches, like even a get over for a short athlete's not going to have the same feel for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. Just having that distance on top to travel as well.
Yeah.
Like with the box, it's not the same. It's still going to be a slow movement, but there is no rest with the box width get over, where if you do the genuine wall, at least you can kind of sit your stomach on it and flop a little bit.
Flop, yeah.
It pretty much comes down to how much can you flop over the wall.
Yes, yeah. You don't see any Gabby Magala specials happening here. People coming off the other side of the wall.
I hope not.
Yeah, that was like one of the things I thought of as well.
Yeah,
like,
actually, with some shorter athletes, especially on the women's side, if they have to do the same height, which I don't know, do they the same height? I think they do.
I think they do, bro. I think it's
yeah,
the same.
yeah.
Once again, we're just assuming it's based off the wall that they've used previously, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
They could have, who knows, bro? They could have something completely different that we're not expecting. But I mean, if anyone knows, it's the crew that's training out there at the moment. So you sort of look at what they're doing, and then you go, all right, if that's what they're doing, then we're
you look at the veterans. Whatever the veterans are doing, they're probably right.
Yes,
they're probably right. But that like obviously, without pun intended, you're gonna hit a wall on the wall burpees.
Yeah.
For sure. They're just a slow movement. You do them quick, you're still slow. You do them slow, you're slow. That's just how it is.
Yeah. There's no room to push there. You're basically just assuming that you've got a certain cadence that you're going to hold, and that's where like so much of the time gets eaten up in this workout. Like you said, people not getting it done. It's just like the cadence of those reps are just unfortunately abysmal.
And don't care too much about movement integrity for a wall get over. If I was an athlete out there, I'd be crawling up to my knee every time I get up over that thing. I wouldn't be doing a tidy traditional burpee. There's no point because I got to take a step anyway. Why not just go to my knee and just rest a little bit?
Yes.
Where I think people are going to go with that old CrossFit mind. It's like, nah, I need to get the jump 2 feet down, I need to hit my chest 2 feet up, and you're just getting tired for no reason. Hit the knee.
Full night mode for King Arthur, bro. Just take a knee.
Exactly. You'll get an iconic photo as well. You'll be like the new thumbnail for the post next year.
Yeah, hell yeah. But the fat bar thrusters, like I very much like that addition as well. That's gonna just keeping so much tension on the shoulders there for people, especially if they're already not that like gifted in the front rack.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, there's no rest on the grip there, especially coming into bar muscle ups. And then, do we know how low the deficit handstand push up is?
Nah,
we're assuming it's somewhat low parallettes based off what we've been testing.
Yeah.
Unless someone has it confirmed out there, but it's not confirmed on here, obviously.
It's not confirmed on here either. So that's sort of been a similar guess. Sometimes lean maybe more towards something that's slightly more aggressive and it ends up being less than even more well prepared. So,
yeah, because that sandwich with bar muscle ups is ruthless interference if you're not good on paras.
Ruthless.
Yeah.
This middle part is arguably like the scariest looking combination of this. Like after you've done these and these, you come here and you're like, all right.
Yeah, you need to be hitting the first 15 bar muscle ups and first 15, obviously the only 15 deficit handstand push ups with 2 to 3 reps in reserve in mind every single set. Like if you can do 15 bar muscle ups in a row, you shouldn't. You should probably do quick fives. Yeah. And make sure you have probably 3+ reps in reserve every set, especially for the handstands, because you get to 10 quick, you hit a wall, you're doing singles. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, exactly. It's gone. Once you start like you're in those like high threshold like motor units, you're like, all right.
Yeah,
all right, I'm done.
I'm no longer racing. I am just surviving.
I'm here for photo opportunities.
Pretty much.
I'm once again I'm pumped to see this one, and when it come out, obviously there was a bit of a vibe around this workout as well. So I think it'll sort of be like the talk for the most part of the weekend once we get towards it.
And I'm if I see any male, any female finish that, they're like hats off. That's incredible.
Yeah. As far as it goes for who's going to get the closest to finishing it, where are we at? I mean, once again, it's like you've got those same names that always going to, for the most part.
I want to see if I can think of a bit of a sleeper.
I agree.
Oh, I can't see. It's just a games level test, so to expect someone outside of the top 5 regular to finish is very unlikely.
Yeah.
Very unlikely. I'll be dead honest, I just don't see it happening.
No, I agree, man. I very much agree.
Yeah, unless someone does a Brent Fikowski and paces it to an absolute T that we don't expect, I don't see it happening. I'd love to see Max Lees finish this because he's the best at handstand push-ups in the whole field and bar muscle-ups. So if he gets there and he paces well, he might be a sleeper. We don't know.
Fingers crossed, bro. Do you know much? I don't really know much about the international athletes that are coming through. I mean, like, I don't think they're previous like games athletes.
No. Yeah. Did that Travis Moore? It's not Mayer, it's Travis Moore. Did he end up coming over?
I don't know. I just see this bloke, and then Justin. So
I just hope they lose. So I don't really mind. Sounds bad, but I just hope they lose. I mean, they'd be saying the same about me if I went over to one of theirs.
The Australians are going to have that like Brazilian mentality, right? Like when people talking, everyone's like, boo, like
enjoy our country, but boo, lose. Yeah.
As for the ladies here, is there any, I guess, like sleep? Once again, it's like it's not like there's something where it's like, oh, there's this sleep rat, like you said before with Jacob, where there's like a movement that's going to like really allow them to progress through because that's the crux of the workout and it's just a strength for them. It's like there's so many components to this and such, like you said, such a pacing test to even do well in it, even if you're good at the movements. It's like that's only a small part of the equation.
That's a great point as well. It's probably the only workout where you can't look at just who's good at some movements and assume they're going to place high.
Yeah, legit. It's like it's a very like high athlete IQ type workout, but then like you said, it's just who's got the fitness to actually like represent that as well. So
I could see Julia doing something good here, just from gymnastics background. Bar muscle ups are quite easy, handstands are good, and then the bars aren't going to limit her as much just because of the strength, obviously. If she can get through the wall at a decent pace and then not try and chase too much on the early bars, maybe hang back a little bit because she can get through them easier, doesn't mean she should sprint them. I think she can do something quite good here.
Quite good, yeah. Man, this is a workout actually where I think Jess could do really, really well.
Yeah.
So as well, like, I think this is a workout where she's going to shine. And coming into that third day, it's having a workout like that could be something great because potentially some of the other people that may be higher on the leaderboard are maybe not going to do as well in something like this. So
I can see her doing very well also.
Yeah, interesting to see how that plays out. And then one to go, bro. I mean, we already know who your male pick one for this was.
This is my money maker, Calm Porter. Bring me my money, please. Also, everyone that made a bet with me, I want cash. Yeah. I don't want no bank transfer. I want cold hard cash in my hand. I'll see you at gate 3. You can find me there. For
both you guys, I very much hope that that's the case. What was Khan's response when you put this out there? He's like, "Damn, bro, like I don't know if I."
He was all for it.
He was bought into it as well. Hell yeah.
I didn't chat with him before I put that up. By the way, I just randomly thought I want to put a bet on. Like let's make this interesting. This is entertaining to watch. Just make it even more entertaining. It's a final. It's a sprint one. Let's put an unsuspecting winner in there. Well, not unsuspecting to me, just everyone else apparently.
Yeah.
But just knowing Khan, like I remember I travelled with him to Saudi where they had a final with a ski sprint at the start, and it was also a 2 to 3 minute workout. And no one knows that I saw what he did on that ski there. So I do have a bit of inside knowledge most people don't have. So I wouldn't put that bet on if I wasn't too confident. It's not going to be easy, but
this is insider trading of CrossFit.
It is, and they should have known that. They should have known that when I put the bet up.
I always love the finals here, bro. But yeah, it would be super, super cool. I mean, look, if someone's going to take your money, right? Who are some of the people that have put bets on for the other?
Yeah,
boys?
so it did change a little bit because when I put the bet on, I didn't know the workout was 2 deadlifts carry, 2 deadlifts carry. I thought it was 5 carry 5. Right. So it does make the ski in the box jump much less important. But it just means second place is going to be a little bit closer to Khan than I'd like. It won't be clean. Yeah. That's what I'm telling myself anyway.
So you're like, stay bought into this bet.
Because I might lose $800 on this event alone. So I got a lot of $200 bets on the line here.
I love to see it, bro. It's either going to be like a thoroughly enjoyable last event for you or something where it's like, where the hell did Luke go?
Yeah. I was like, where'd Luke go? Yeah, he's in the car. He's like, yeah, he owes a lot of people money.
He's out of here.
Now with the to move. I am scared Ricky's going to do it, just from the grip factor. He can hang on the ski close to Khan. He won't be with him, but it'll be close enough. The box jump speed, they'll be similar. But Ricky could just go 2 deads unbroken carry all the way to the finish. If Khan has 1 5-second break, that could be enough.
That'd have been, it would be so tight.
Chasing in a sprint is dangerous. If you have a chaser that's within 3 seconds of you, almost always they'll just gap you at the last second just because they know how to sprint to finish to just get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
need
most
Khan to
people
be in that top heap.
Most people that have messaged you are like, they're like, is it just this person's got to beat him, or it's anyone beats him?
So originally it was going to be anyone, and I was like, no, that's really bad odds.
I was going to say that's like the odds. The odds should be like 2-1 for you.
Yeah. So I had in my mind I was going to take 3 bets.
Yeah.
That I was going to get one person to pick 3 people against my 1, and then 2 against my 1, and then 1 against my 1. I only got 3 against my 1 and 1 against my 1, and I have a pending 2 against my 1. But the athletes to look out for are Ricky, Jay, Medeiros, and Hiko.
Yeah, I can see Hiko doing well here too.
The only one I'm concerned of on that whole list is Ricky and Medeiros. But I don't know if Medeiros can hold the ski power like them. I'm not too sure.
I don't see. Definitely Ricky would be up there. I think that's sort of the one to be worried about for your money there, bro. But
yeah. I'm gonna have to get in his ear before it's like, brother, you've got a games ticket. Let's just calm down.
Dude, what do you got to hurt for, bro? We're sweet. Like,
your back's not looking good, Ricky. Take your time. Take your time. Looks a little tender.
We're gonna have our first what's like throwing a game type situation here. Like, Ricky, I'm going to cut you in on half of it to take a knee.
He's like, dude, I'm getting a big check anyway. Fuck off. Yeah. I don't need $400.
I don't need $400, bro. What do you need?
I need it, Ricky. I need it. How long have you known me? Remember that time we did a trail run with you one time? Come on.
Classic. All right. As for the ladies,
I just see Gracie just taking it. Just strong.
She's on the ski.
Strong on the deadlifts. Like, I just see a home run sprint for her, really, to be honest.
This is a home run workout for her, for sure.
Yeah. And the women's side does come down to the ski more because the calories are also 30. So you're going to see a big separation that you probably can't catch, or on the men you might.
You might, yeah.
So I'm just looking for strong skiers. That's about it. Emma, quite well. Who else we got here? Danny, she could do quite well. Ellie, obviously.
Yeah.
And just the stronger girls.
The stronger girls, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, very much agree there. Especially just like you said, the cows being the same, it's like there's going to be a decent chunk of separation there just at the get-go that's going to be like hard to recover from unless someone like really falls apart in that like deadlift carry component.
Yeah, 100%.
Just the stronger skiers, it's like they're going to be working, even if it's relatively similar for so much less effort, but it's probably going to be more so the fact they're just going to be holding a much more aggressive pace for arguably the same amount.
Yeah, it's just how it is. Unfortunately for the girls, it's just not the same test.
Yeah,
but that's how it is.
It is. I want to still want to touch on the team ones. We probably don't have to spend as long through it, but I don't know what
now I can talk about Zane.
Yeah, now you can talk about Zane. But we'll still punch through these, bro. I've got some Magic the Gathering with the homies in like 50 minutes. So
okay.
I got ages,
some tips
bro,
for him.
Yeah. But we've got for the first event 5 rounds for time, 600 meter run, 15 deadlifts on what everyone's assuming is obviously the 4-person deadlift bar.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that we had that many of the, whether they've ordered them in or is this something that Torian's had? Like,
yeah, very cool to be a team athlete right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
has this shown up before? Like
the 4-person deadlift bar at Torian specifically?
Yeah, Torian specifically.
Not since it's been a semi-final, but maybe prior. But not since it's been at the stadium.
Interesting, man. It's so, like I said, the workouts so dope, like super super cool. When you look at this semi-final compared to some of the other ones, where like you're basically just you're just doing like relays or like you're doing pairs workouts and stuff like that.
Pretty much. Just it's hard not to program large team events that don't end up like interval workouts. It is hard.
Yeah. No doubt. The first workout, with this one, realistically, you sort of bottlenecked to like whoever your worst runner is, unfortunately.
That's it.
That's like, you look at this and it's like, if you are that person, you're like, man, this sucks. It's
I
like,
was literally going to say that word for word.
it'll be interesting to sort of see who's getting pushed along, and some of the boys. I mean, look, there's obviously some of the girls too, but like might have a nice first event realistically, because they're not going to have to work that hard. They're gonna be able to keep a fair bit in the tank as they finish day one, compared to the individual athletes who are going to feel like absolute garbage. There'll be a lot of people who are definitely going to feel way better. So
what's your experience of watching obviously your teams in that test with the male female pairs on the deadlift? Because it did look like from what I've seen, the men were still struggling with their end of the barbell quite a lot. So we might see the men struggling to be the weak link.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe so. I mean, look, we've got Holly, like as in like the in person. She's super strong and just like like definitely cannot back that up with the running side of things, unfortunately. Okay. So it's like, it's more so that like, even if the boys maybe like felt it a little bit on the deadlift, it was like they were just recovering.
Yeah, okay. I am comparing to obviously Zane and Joel's team, and then the other home front team also, which they're quite well rounded.
Yeah.
And as we know, team events is where the strong CrossFitters go.
Definitely.
If you're strong as fuck, you're doing team until you get fit enough to go Indy.
Right, and Holly is definitely that, bro. So she's actually like, she's got like top individual athlete like level strength.
That's
crazy. So
she's excited for the next event then.
Yes, dude. I honestly wish it was like we had more of a like 1RM in comparison to just sort of like these like ladder events for her to sort of express that. So
to show off a little bit. Yeah,
no doubt. But as far as it goes for team picks, I mean, overall the teams for the weekend, right? Like we've got the snake team, you've got home front obviously, and then I'll butcher the pronunciation of it, but the Kia Mahi, like the 64.
If I'm dead honest, they're the only ones I kind of pick for top three.
Yeah, no, I'm
outside of that. I don't know many teams outside of that, purely just from Instagram. Sounds bad. That's all I really see of teams training.
Yeah.
And the factor alone of just teams training together is somewhat rare for the semi-final level. Obviously, you get to the games, everyone teams train together, but we can see a lot of teams that aren't even in the top 10 or top 8 teams not train together until like a week out, and that just puts them out of the conversation straight away.
Yeah. No, I very much agree with that. But yeah, they're definitely the top 3 teams. So I think realistically there, it's going to come down to who's got, unfortunately, the weakest runner, not even like the strongest runner, but who's got the weakest runner. And then I mean, I think like the home front proven team seems pretty well rounded from that in comparison to potentially the other 2 teams where, there's some obvious athletes who aren't as good at running. So
I'd be shocked if they don't just like wipe the floor on this workout. Like they would just destroy it.
Yeah,
too many good runners.
Yeah, and once again, it's like, that's going to just like allow them to cruise into that next event. Like they're not going to have to push insanely hard if they're 2 rounds in, 3 rounds in, and they're like, man, we're cruising. Like, let's just like save it for
then they can do the next event even quicker.
Yeah,
because it is a sprint for them with cleans. Yeah,
it is a sprint, man. It is a sprint. So we've got 30 muscle ups to be split, and then the clean ladder. This is obviously the male weights, which we've got 93, 102, 111, 116, 120, which is not going to even be an issue for like both those weights are arguably.
I mean, for Snake 64 and obviously the proven team, just an absolute sprint.
Do you see like people pulling out like more of like an uprise muscle up or some variation to the way that they actually approach that, because to try and gain 100%. Ground, because it's like that's realistically where the time is going to, like for those people where it's like, all right, we've got the anatomical variations to their ability to sort of like cycle that barbell, how fast can someone run 2.5 meter increments, and then realistically it just comes down to the cycle rate of those 30 muscle ups.
We're like, Jake Douglas being strong doesn't mean anything here.
Yeah.
If it's snatch, do the muscle up slow, he wins, but with his team, but it's just not happening. Like I saw like Joel Molyneux do this like solo, just do his 15, rest 30 seconds sprint, And it's literally just like, I don't think he locked out some of the reps. He was going that quick. Like, he just wanted to see how quick he could get under and stand it up rather than actually do clean reps. And fucking hell, he just sprinted, bro. And he's not even like the best cleaner on the, well, he's good, but not the strongest on the teams. So yeah. Interestingly enough, like I've played around with uprise muscle ups versus like just smaller kip mid catch. If you do a big kip at the bottom, it doesn't matter if you do straight arm at the top. Cycle speed comes down to how much time you spend at the bottom.
100%.
Yeah. You're better off doing a mid dip catch and just upright, tidy at the bottom, and then you're up.
Yeah. Gone are the days of the old CrossFit like kip where like people are nearly like horizontal, in like these rings. It's so funny.
They've just done their power monkey drills and they're like pushing forward on the rings, like they're fucking horizontal. Like, what the fuck are they doing?
Dude, there's like so many people that you're trying to like train out of like having that habit. They get to like the death L because they're like so horizontal on either side, and then it's like you see the people who are generally doing it the best in the sport, and it's like nice vertical torso, like short kip at the bottom, and then they're just like, you know, catching in an efficient enough position. They can like essentially back cycle their legs well. So. Yeah.
And the thing I've been, like, this is a bit off topic as well, but the thing I've been obsessed with ring muscle ups right now was when Cam Gray started posting about the golden position of ring muscle ups, and then I went back and watched some of the best athletes. And the best athletes always end up in a perfectly straight line when the ring gets between their hip and their belly button. And their body is dead straight at this angle. It's not slightly bent, feet aren't flicking by that point. And you look at the best in the sport, Dallin Pepper, obviously best example. And even like Tommy Bartley at our gym is the best at ring muscle ups. And he hits the golden position every time on his best reps and his shittiest reps.
Yeah.
You just get over into such a clean dip.
Yeah. It's very... I agree with that so much. And like I do video review with people, and obviously there's so many like different Instagram reels and stuff like that of all these different drills. But it's like if people just focus primarily on hitting positions and having all of their cues orientated around basically meeting these positions, I think people would progress a lot faster at their efficiency through those movements. But,
100%. Like, people especially with reels can be good and bad at the same time. People overcomplicating stuff. Like gymnastics literally just is moving between positions. Like it is momentum. Right. The strength requirements aren't as high. Just learn your positions isometrically, learn them in sequences, put them together a bit rough maybe because you're just going to have a lot of co-contraction from like early stages of skill acquisition, and then smoothing it up over time.
Yes.
And it's just rinse and repeat for everyone, obviously with different coaching cues to fix up faults.
And people are just like building efficiency in those motor patterns over time, and that's generally just what, like, you know, just banking reps, bro. Banking good reps, obviously, as well.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, I mean, I think for the most part, man, like with the teams, it's going to be the same conversation across all of these. I'm just more sort of keen and looking at like
the scroll now as well.
The workouts in general. When we go to their version of heavy harn, like here we've got legless rope climbs here, synchro squat snatches, so the 6-6, 4-4, 3-3 in relay style, right? So the pairs, we've had the teams like this. This is once again super fun one.
Yeah, this is exciting. This is just fun. This is just straight fun. Unless you're paired with someone who can't do legless well, which is highly likely on teams.
Yes.
Yeah, there'll be some back teams here where the girl or the guy will just be doing all the legless.
Yes.
And you'll feel sorry for them.
The biggest, man, and just like seeing some of the, once again, this is definitely a skill thing too. Like legless rope climbs, arguably it's like a massive, pretty much 90% of it is like a strength component, but there is those like small nuances that obviously make a difference. And just like watching the way that some people kip and like seeing some stories and stuff like that, I'm like, man, people are going to be fried after like a couple of these like legless rope climbs in some of those like lower level teams. But for the most part, the way this works is going to be distributed across those like higher end teams. It's once again, they're all like team workouts are generally in these formats are just fast. They're all fast, sprinty workouts, man. So you know, like it's probably going to be distributed obviously a little bit more towards the guys for the, you know, those like earlier sets. And
100%. Yeah, for the big chunks, just get your lead and then you can do your 1-for-1s for the 4, and then the guy goes one on one for the 3, pick up the 2 at the end. Yeah.
Do you see anyone holding the bar the entirety of the snatches here?
I just don't think it's worthwhile. I just think quick singles are the way to go.
All the way.
Don't even risk the miss. And like obviously, if you're in a race for your last 3, go for it. Make it exciting. Because entertainment is first and foremost. Performance is second. Like that's how I always believe. You're there to entertain. People are paying to watch you. They don't really care if you do well. They just want to see a race.
Yes. Yeah.
So make it fun. But before that, there's just no need.
Yeah. Nah, quick singles all the way, definitely. There's no the only way that I've seen it once again is that you said if there's a race towards the end, which once again it's like it's hard. There's not like at the higher end, it's like there's not a ton of separation value for these top teams, right? And so like when we talk about those races, it's like it's more than likely that could potentially be the case here, that we do see people hold on to that last bar just because it's like where else are they making up time, really?
Yeah, and I guess the only conversation about maybe touch and going earlier is if you have like a really, say you have 3 athletes who are really good and one that's quite weak, then put out of those 3 that are good, get the 2 best to go together so they can touch and go and get a massive lead on the buy-in, obviously for their half of the workout, and then let the slightly weaker pair just try and hold the lead at the end with their singles, just to get ahead. But it's like for the most teams that won't really happen.
No, it'll be that sort of conversation applies to maybe like the bottom sort of half of individuals, teams really. But yeah, as far as there any, I mean, you said there's no real names outside of the top 3 that have sort of stood out to you, and it is the case with teams, man, a lot of the time, right? Like you just
100%.
Yeah, so you
even
sort of
you go to the games level, it's the same thing. Obviously, just at a higher level.
At a higher level,
the 5 maybe at the top are staying there, maybe 6 fighting for it, but there's not too much switching around going there. Yeah, like no one's making the jump into first position on day 3, sort of thing.
Yes, no,
they're kind of cemented early days.
All right, they've got for their next event, they only have one component of this, so it's the male, so same-sex pairs this time, 30 cal row, 30 toaster bar synchro, and then the 80-foot handstand walk simultaneous, or like the waterfall style. Yeah. And then both the girls go same thing with just a slightly reduced calories here. Yeah. Anything that's sort of like, I mean, bro, like looking at this workout, I'm like, there's not like a ton of it to realistically dissect. Is there really?
It's another sprint, man. It's just another sprint. Yeah. This is the only one I haven't seen any team do, to be fair. So I think you'll have more knowledge on this workout than I will. But obviously, bare bones, there's not much there. Like, just sprint it.
Yeah, realistically, it come down to like how good are the we pace this based off like the most sustainable most sustainable pace to be aggressive on the handstand walk, right?
Yeah.
And so figuring that out for them, the toaster bar is arguably unquestioned. Like I don't see anyone. There'll be teams that break it, but like most people are just going to be holding on to that.
Yeah, like if I was coaching most teams that are trying to get in that final heat, you just tell them be reckless from the get-go. Like, just be reckless. Fall on your face maybe on a handstand walk. Just get over that 40-foot section so you can go back at least.
Yeah.
But and just be reckless.
Testing this workout, that's pretty much the mindset always, right? Is it's like you'd rather sort of be slightly more aggressive than what you would think you'll be on game day. And if you've got to sort of like adjust that slightly, then you can adjust that slightly. But like fly a little 100%. Bit too close to the sun.
100%. Yeah, find the limit quick. It's an easy one to retest. You can just redo it 5 minutes later.
Yeah, no doubt. And then pretty much all they're finishing with is a worm. And it's funny because up to this point, I mean, like the team that we've got at our gym, we're pretty lucky because like we can train together. So obviously they've like touched on the worms and stuff like that. And at this point, the only thing that had been released was the worm lunge. And we were like, no way, there's not going to be like, and then obviously the next workout comes out and it's like, all right, we're just going to basically throw every fucking worm movement that exists.
Yeah, I do like the way they've done that though. I do like it.
Dude, same. I literally I would have been disappointed if it was something less, where it was like a machine / like clean and jerk workout or something. I'd be like, lame. But the way that they've done this next workout is so fucking cool, man.
I love it. Yeah, and like you said, the teams that didn't get touched on the worm don't feel like they're going to get absolutely crushed. Like they can have their funny moments on the field with that one worm workout, and then they can have fun on the rest.
Yes, yeah, I agree. Then the next one, bro. So the King Arthur, the team version. So we've got 27 worm squats, 21 worm thrusters, 15 worm clean and jerks, shared 90 strict handstand push-ups, while the remaining 3 hold the worm, and then basically just reversed out. This one again, bro. I mean, I can see a lot of teams getting capped on this as well.
Yeah. It is a very good team version. It is very good.
Yeah.
Like it is only the faint heart. And people underestimate holding that worm as well. Like I did that elite Waterpalooza team, and I was like, hold the worm before I go for my set of thrusters or snatches at 60. And I was like, I get a rest here. Holy shit, I was not resting.
Yeah. You finish that and you're like, bro, maybe there's something to isometrics, hey? Like
yeah, seriously.
Maybe
sense, man.
What's his name? The guy that does all of the isometric stuff.
Maybe he was right.
Yeah, I forget his name, but now he's he's going isometrics and then anti-devil related content now, and I don't know if it's clickbait or if it's legit, but either way, he's killing it.
Either way, good marketing.
Yeah, either way, good marketing. But yeah, bro, this we've tested this one like with the team and like super fun to watch. I didn't do it, but like obviously super tough workout, and like the teams that have multiple, ideally like 3 people that are pretty decent at strict handstand push-ups, there's so much separation in those 90 as well.
100%. Like if you know you've got a strict handstand push-up, just keep your communication incredible to the lead up. Like just get there back of the pack, mid pack, it doesn't matter until you get to those stricties.
Yeah, that's
your guns crush it.
That is definitely the time where work will not be or should not be distributed evenly. It should be like, who are we pointing at here to like take one for the team, right? And like
which lads and girls can just hang on to sets of 15 to 20 and just come back to the worm, okay?
Definitely.
And then obviously like where they're holding the worm is important as well. Get them holding less of the worms when they come back, they're not suffering before the next set. So maybe don't chuck them in the middle, put them on the end with their hands on their knees, or if that's allowed.
Yeah, they haven't like written anything about that. So we sort of, I know we played around with sort of a few different variations.
Yeah.
It's
still hard. I did that.
It's one of those things where like people do it and they're like, it doesn't feel any easier. I'm like, well, it's not that much easier. I'm not saying that like you'll shift positions like this and you'll be like, oh man, it feels like it's not even there.
It's like when you're doing like a weighted wall set and you're like, oh, I'll put my hands on my knees to help. It like doesn't help as much as you think it will. Once it hurts, it stays the same.
It stays the same. Yeah, but you will definitely obviously see the teams that have gotten to spend some time training together do quite well here, which I think like that sometimes like changes up the way the leaderboard can sit through the middle part, right? Like when you have those worm workouts come out and it's like, oh, these are the teams that sort of
who's been training together,
work together. Like we see that even at the Stampede. Like we have the teams of 4 comp that we run at our gym with the worms as well.
Yeah, I was Devo. I couldn't get to come and do the worm one because that's when my back started playing up as well, and I got Max or someone to take my spot. I was devastated when I looked and there was worms. I was like, no way. Yeah,
it was the I think Tommy jumped in.
Tommy jumped in. That's right.
Yeah, but that's my favorite. Like we do the pairs and then we have the teams of 4 with the worms, and that's like my favorite one to program and even watch, because like in the lead up we'll get people reach out and be like, oh, can we come in and like practice the worm? So we'll have like people basically from like around Newcastle, and like you see the teams that like have clearly practiced the worm and like the ones that haven't. And I always like use the example of like like Chinese New Year, you've got like the dragons that like people like hide in and they're like taking people out. I'm like, that's literally what it's literally what it looks like. You've got people like being like taken out by these things.
Yeah, it's cool that at a local comp people get to experience that as well, because there'll be people in the crowd that have done grit with you and be like, I know that worm is not as easy as it looks.
Yes.
Most people have no idea. Like it's even I was a bit ignorant, being like, can't be that hard, and it's like, oh, that's rough. That's a rude shock.
Rude shock, man, for sure. And it's like, obviously the better you work as a team, the more efficient you become at that movement, right? It's like the teams that even if they have like great individual athletes, it's like by moving this dynamic object in a way that isn't like in unison, dramatically changes the way that weight's distributed and the difficulty.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? It's like
it's not like a barbell where you know what the next rep's going to feel like. It can be a shock.
100%.
It's like rep 1 to 5 feels good. Rep 5 to 10 feels like you're taking 10 kilos on your back.
Exponentially harder. Like
yeah. And then you're going to yell at each other. You're going to get mad. You're going to use some of your energy where you shouldn't. And you're like,
dude, no doubt.
But I will be back to grip stamp speed, by the way, to take my crown back. Just to put that out there.
Yeah, look, when that's, I look forward to it being the case, man, for sure. I mean, I just want to see you back out competing and healthy, having a body that is actually serving you,
Yeah, that's it. Likewise.
All right, Brad. Last event, we've got another relay, so 4-person team relay this time, where they've got, it just says, down in the description it says the wall. When it first came out and it was just written, I was like, is this just like literal floor burpees? Like,
yeah.
It's like, there's no way, like, there's clearly something. But yeah, I think here it's like, so they'll finish the first male will run to the wall and complete 15 burpees and then move to the ski erg, right? So it's going to be the wall burpees as well. Because like when we first looked at this, I was like, 4 minutes. But even
this is a full round for round.
Yeah, full round.
So 4 minutes per athlete. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tight.
Yes, it's like 30 wall burpees, like in general, and you've got I mean, like realistically, I'd want to be going last here because you may not
You
even
might not go.
You might not even go. Like,
Might get some burpees. Yeah, this is one where you need your best athletes going first. Then you're not saving them for the end. Like they are getting the lead. Hopefully, getting under 8 minutes, or hopefully, like for the weaker athletes, they get back end more. So, like say, first 2 athletes can get it done in 7.
yeah,
Yeah, leave a bit of change for the slower ones on the ski, but it's just hard to finish.
that's going to be a tough one, bro. It's super tight. Those wall burpees, the cadence of those reps are just, and the like,
Yeah. And obviously, like Torian definitely knows something we don't because they would have these workouts tested, right? So we might get there and we might be a shock of like, all right, when you are fresh, you can sprint these significantly faster than we think.
Yes.
So I think, assuming that they've thought of everything that we're thinking looking at this, I reckon we're going to see more finishing than we think because the time cap looks odd to us, but obviously they've thought about this quite a lot. So I reckon they will be able to sprint more than we think to get a few teams across the line, but it'll still be tight, but I think we'll see it more than we think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, put our faith in the Torian team, hey, for that to be the case.
Yeah.
It's
Mike
like you
Tower
said,
and
we've got
Royce.
no idea realistically when it comes to the wall. Like I'm saying we as in like myself, just been having the best guess possible for it all.
Yeah.
But
and I love that. How cool is that to have that at a semi-final level as well?
once again,
That's
man,
sick.
we're so lucky. We literally have the best semi-final.
And then we still have a trail run where we don't know where we're going as well. So 2 elements really. Like it's sick. And if you're a team athlete, you probably haven't touched a 4-person bar either. Or some teams not a worm. They might only get one event where it's like stuff they know what they're doing if you're a team athlete.
Dude, no doubt. Makes sense why the Americans want to come over here, doesn't it?
Yeah. Stay out, but don't come over. No, Torian Pro sucks. Torian Pro's shit. Don't come over.
Don't come over.
Yeah, I'm not even going to go this year. That's why I didn't compete. It was so bad.
Dude, I'm pumped, man. I can't wait to see everyone execute on these workouts. Even like both the teams, individuals, like the top 3 this year at least. It's like more of a fight. Like I mean, sometimes you always feel like all right, the first 2 places are locked in. But the podium this year, it's like there's just I don't know. Even with Justin coming over, it just feels like there's more to be had with the podium. If that makes sense. Whereas
as
like
much as he's going to take it, got to be appreciated for the excitement that he's bringing.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So that's good, bro. Appreciate you coming on too.
Anytime. Thanks for inviting me. Yeah.
It's good. Have someone to talk through these workouts with, man. It'll be good to see you down there on the weekend as well.
Yeah. That was good. If you can't tell, when you get me talking, sometimes I can't shut up because I get too excited about these workouts. So if you ever want a podcast where you want to break and not talk, just bring me on. I'll just let me talk.
Well, look, man, hopefully you can get out and actually commentate. Like you said the other day, you might have been able to get out and commentate for the French Throwdown or whatever. Dude, that would have been unreal. You'd honestly be so good at that stuff, bro. You need to, you know, if once competing's done, bro, get you there. Because Pedro, I was like reading all the comments and like listening to like him like commentate, and he killed it, and all the comments like agreed.
Yeah,
like, bro, you would have filled in and done really well there too.
Especially with him as well, because like obviously some of the other semis are a bit serious. Where we're very similar vibe. He can get away with some of the stuff he's saying. I know I can be a bit more relaxed. I'll just say what I'm thinking. And sure, I get banned, but it is what it is.
No doubt, man. Well, appreciate your time, bro, and I'll see you on the week.
Likewise, will do. Thanks for having me.